So I've got some of this shell that I am going to put in this bowl, and I'm going to start to get it burned down in the kiln. I'm going to start with my bisque and see if I can get it to turn into a powder. And then what I'm going to do is actually use it in my glaze recipes as the calcium source. So I'm going to get this into my bisque kiln right now. All right, so here's the shell after a cone 05 firing. It didn't go to ash as much as I thought it would. So I might just go ahead and just next load, just get it in. My next load's gonna be a cone 5, so it'll be hotter, and see if we can get this turned to ash. All right, so here's the second try on this shell. It's definitely a little bit softer. I was trying to just get it as burnt down as possible, so it's less work for me to have to crumble it down. The other interesting thing is it's turned this bowl, which is just a bisqued bowl, shiny. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to use this bowl again to do calcined DPK and whatnot. But it also is my slump mold, so I can go back to just using it as a mold. All right, so I just bisqued this eggshell. And so what I'm going to do now is, if it's hopefully nice and soft, let's see, oh yeah. What I'm going to do is get this broken down, and I'm going to do an experiment where this eggshell replaces my whiting and see if it's a good substitute. All right, so here's my eggshell. I'm starting to break it down. It's turning into a little bit of a finer powder. This side I still have to break down. And as the black shell is kind of coming up, I'm still pulling it out as I'm grinding it up. This is my mussel shell, which I did the exact same thing. I put the mussel shells in this bowl and then bisqued them and then was grinding them up. And so that's what this is. And so I have a glaze that I'm going to make that has whiting in it. And what I'm going to do is make the same glaze, but without the whiting, and I'm going to put the mussel shell in place, and then a third one I'm going to put the eggshell in place, and see just what the glaze looks like. So that's the experiment, and right now I'm just getting this eggshell ready to be able to make these glazes. All right, so this is the last of the eggshell, and I'm just putting it through this strainer sieve. And what I'm doing is just getting the bigger particles out of the actual eggshell that I will use. And so I've done this 3 times, where I take this material and I put it back in the bowl, and then I grind it again. And so this little bit left, I'm gonna call just done trash. You probably keep going, but like I said, this is the 3rd time, and that's not bad, because I was definitely getting a lot more before. And so this is my finished product, and it's pretty fine, pretty soft. So this is what I'm gonna use for my glaze. All right, so I have some eggshell here that I just got done bisquing. And this time what I did was I rinsed the eggshell right after I used them. And so what happened is I got rid of that black that I was getting, that burnt shell from the last batch. And I will definitely do that again, because that was very time consuming trying to get all that black out. The other thing I noticed is the eggshell, you know, when it's full, I'm guessing, as it cracks and pops and dries, it's definitely going out of the bowl. So if you're gonna try this, I would definitely make sure you don't have any glazed work by your eggshells, because I suspect that it would ruin your glazed pieces. But I'm very excited about just rinsing that shell so that you don't have to process out all that burnt shell. All right, so I did some more eggshell, and when I thought I was getting the black, I thought it was because I wasn't rinsing the eggs. So the last batch, it was all white eggs. This batch, I had white eggs and I had brown eggs underneath. So my new thought is that the white eggs is what I want to use, because when I grind it up, I mean, even just with my fingers, it's like smooth powder. If I take this black and try to grind it up, it turns almost like a sandy. So definitely use white eggshells to use your whitening substitute.